What if I told you that one of the most hyped young players on the Dodgers roster is about to be traded to a National League rival? And what if I told you that this bombshell came on the exact same day the Dodgers were shaking hands with the U.S. president in the White House? Yeah, it was a wild day in Dodgerland. We've got breaking trade talk, a historic ceremony, and yeah, another frustrating loss. So buckle up, Dodger faithful. This is your latest Los Angeles Dodgers news, and trust me, you don't want to miss this one. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We see you, over 50% of you watching right now aren't even subscribed. Come on fam, we drop daily Dodgers content, post games, watch-alongs, takes you won't find anywhere else. Let's grow this community together. Segment 1, the Dodgers are likely trading Andy Paez. Let's jump right into it. The big story, Andy Paez is likely being traded, and the destination? The Atlanta Braves. Now, let that sink in for a second. The 24-year-old outfielder, once considered one of the top up-and-coming names in the organization, might be wearing a Braves jersey real soon. And listen, as much as it hurts to say, this isn't coming out of nowhere. Paez has had a brutal start to 2025. He didn't register a single hit in the entire Phillies series. He was batting below .120 coming into tonight. And for the first time all year, he wasn't even in the lineup. Tommy Edman got the start in center field, while Paez sat on the bench, watching. That alone says a lot. If a guy has been your regular starter all season, and then suddenly he's riding pine without a single at-bat, that's not just giving a guy a break. That's a signal. Something's brewing. And sure enough, over the weekend, the Athletic's John Conahan floated a trade proposal sending Paez to Atlanta. And here's the kicker, it makes sense for both teams. The Braves are in a tough spot. After Jurickson Profar got hit with an 80-game suspension for PED use, they're desperate for outfield help. Profar's done for the rest of the season, including the playoffs, if the Braves even make it. And Andy Paez, despite his current slump, is still a high upside piece. Scouts still believe in the talent. But let's be real, do Dodgers fans still believe? Go check the comments under the last few games. Fans are done. The frustration is building. People are straight up calling for the team to move on from Paez. And look, I get it. This team is built to win now. You can't afford to carry a .120 bat in your outfield if you're serious about winning another ring. And I'll say this too, trades don't usually go down in April. But we're approaching that May-June window where serious roster shifts start happening. And if Paez is still struggling, Andrew Friedman will pull the trigger. Don't be surprised if it's sooner rather than later. Could he be demoted to AAA instead? Possibly. James Outman is still down there, waiting for his shot again. But I think Paez has too much trade value for the Dodgers to stash him. They'd rather flip him while teams still see that potential. And hey, if it brings in a decent prospect or, better yet, a starter to help patch the rotation after the Blake Snell injury, I'm all for it. Segment 2, Dodgers lose to Nationals, 6-4. Now, while all this was going down behind the scenes, the Dodgers were still playing baseball, kind of. They lost 6-4 to the Washington Nationals tonight in a game that honestly felt weird. The energy was off. The focus wasn't there. And I don't blame the guys, because earlier in the day, they were in the nation's capital for something else entirely. Segment 3, a historic visit to the White House. That's right, your 2024 World Series champion Dodgers made a trip to the White House to meet President Donald Trump. Let's take a second to appreciate that. This is a tradition that dates back decades, championship teams getting honored by the president, celebrating the pinnacle of sports excellence. And it doesn't matter what your politics are, this is about baseball. This is about history. This is about respect. Unfortunately, Freddie Freeman couldn't attend due to his ankle injury. Team doctors didn't want him flying cross-country with all the inflammation. And that's a bummer, because get this, Freeman was supposed to be the one delivering the speech at the event. It would have been perfect. The 2024 World Series MVP, the heart and soul of that championship run, speaking on behalf of the team at the White House? That would have been iconic. But with Freeman out, Guess who stepped up? Clayton Kershaw, the legend himself. Kershaw actually wrote his speech on the plane to Philadelphia. That's how last minute it was. And folks, he crushed it. The ceremony was classy. It was heartfelt. Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Will Smith, and the rest of the crew all got to take photos in the Oval Office. Ohtani even shared a moment with President Trump, and yeah, those pictures are already breaking the internet. This wasn't just a photo op, it was a moment of recognition for everything this team achieved last season. And I'll say it again, it doesn't matter who's in office. These traditions matter. The players earned this. And as fans, we should celebrate it with them. Segment 4, looking ahead, what now? So, here's where we stand. Andy Paez might be gone soon. The Dodgers still have questions in center field. The team just got honored at the White House. And oh yeah, we dropped a winnable game to a rebuilding national squad. Is this just a case of an emotionally overwhelming day messing with the players' focus? Or is this the start of a rough stretch? Personally, I'm not panicking. The team's still stacked. The lineup is dangerous. The rotation, even with Snell hurt, has depth. But we do need to figure out this outfield situation ASAP. Tommy Edman isn't a long-term answer in center. Outman? Maybe. Paez? I want to believe, but the clock is ticking. And who knows, maybe this trade talk wakes him up. Maybe he fights his way out of this slump and proves everyone wrong. But if not, I'm okay with Friedman pulling the trigger. Closing call to action. So Dodgers Nation, I need to hear from you in the comments. Backhand index pointing right, should the Dodgers actually trade Andy Paez? Backhand index pointing right, who would you want in return? An outfielder, a starting pitcher, or a prospect? Backhand index pointing right, and what did you think of the White House visit? Should that tradition continue no matter who's president? Let me know down below. Smash that like button if you're still riding with the boys in blue. And seriously, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button. Join the best community of Dodger fans on YouTube. I'm Victor, this has been latest Los Angeles Dodgers news, and as always, let's go Dodgers!